You got Shag, who's been putting in work. You got BigBoss, who's pretty much making a name for himself to be potentially the best Rob in the business. You got SkyJ out here with Incineroar showing everybody why they need to be scared of that character. We're going to be seeing a lot of that right now, though, but it is going to be Bowser versus Rob on FD. Normally, on paper, you look at this and go, that's Rob who's going to zone me out, but Bowser actually is very solid at FD because you can't run away from him. You have to constantly land right on top of him. Let's see if it works out in their favor, though, as we get into game one.
Yeah, let's see if like what Pollo brings to the table, right? Because Rob is definitely not a strange character for pretty much anybody who has played this game, but especially in Monterrey, they do have as well. Like the entire north of Mexico has been dominated by some Robs in the past. So here, also looking forward to see how he does. Look at that setup. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That was so good. The late hit of back air, forcing the dodge out and then pushing him right into the gyro detail, into the up smash. Like you have, if there's one thing that could be pretty bad for Bowser in this matchup is getting out of disadvantage safely. And that is frag problem. But the nair into back air off of the late hit, already scrapping here, Roy.
Yeah, he was going for it all, and oh my god, talking about going for it all, the spike just trying immediately here. Oh, the Trippy is gonna benefit from that. BigBoss respecting the options there from Bowser, maybe like wanting to bait something out of Pollo here, and that gyro has been making things difficult for him. The flame immediately coming through, and he was aiming for that exact same setup, I think. Just looking that between a rock and a gyro, that is definitely a hard place.
Yeah, good. Exactly. That's not where you want to be whatsoever. If you're Bowser, now he's going to get down thrown and not going to. This should not kill it here, possibly. Good DI. Yeah, passes the DI check. Good usage of down and then going above the stage there, Roy. Instead of deciding to snap to ledge to possibly take the trade, at least if you take the trade on stage, you probably won't die, but that up air is going to take it out.
And that was interesting because, like, BigBoss right there not respecting the ever-looming threat of up B out of shield from Bowser. So quite interesting. Maybe he knows something we don't, but talking about that, the up smash almost flying that Rob off the stage yet again, saving that jump to try and put some more pressure. Pollo, of course, he was going to cover that, and he is working an edge guard here.
Oh, Pollo's doing so good and just controlling the way BigBoss is trying to get back to the stage right now. And that's the thing when it comes to Bowser, like, in this game, all the zoners throw hands, but all the heavies got some speed to them for some reason. Bowser out here being way too fast, and you have to be careful with that. Good job getting that roll on, though, because that forward throw is definitely taking a stock.
Ooh, and I thought he was going to be the setup for El Futuro, as we call it here, like that nair into rotor arm. You know, it sends you straight into the future, but here, oh my god, all right, again, with the ledge traps, and let's see if it's more effective this time around. The read from BigBoss, the coverage, the straight up coverage of the options, and not yet again, though, like, Bowser, what? Like, what happened there? Like,
I don't even know. Like just the way that he went above the stage. I think part of it might have been he hit Rob, and because he hit Rob, maybe that hitbox caused him to not snap the ledge. I'm not even sure. So that's super unfortunate because he got back there. He took the right recovery route, even though he's kind of getting boxed out a bunch. And like you said, you know, like seeing into the future, he had future sight on him multiple times. BigBoss was really controlling that recovery, which was what you need to do against Bowser. But I gotta say, Pollo looking so good on the way he changes it up, because that's not really easy to do. Whirling Fortress is gonna lose to that down air majority of the time.
Yeah, you really have to know how to mix it up. Like the timing mashups, the timing for mashing up that up B, very different on the distance, and perhaps that's what like costed Pollo in the end right there. BigBoss super confident as well. Like we saw him just try for his bread and butter setups by the ledge. Let's see what Pollo brings to the table here now in Hollow Bastion.
You know what? Chat made a pretty good point. He might have been holding down because maybe he assumed he was going to take a trade off of that down air, trying to hold into the stage to get a stage spike tech. That possibly could have been it. So unfortunately, though, that's going to be the first game going. Now you only take, all right, never mind. You do take a nair, but at least you didn't take a down air off of going high on that recovery. What do you do about this? Trying to catch a down air? Roy, whenever you got a Bowser staring you down at the ledge, that 49% don't really mean that much because you might just die as you get hit by forward smash. Pollo is so confident.
Like, I would have been so surprised if like BigBoss would have straight up died from that, but look at this setup. He's taking his own tools and he is taking advantage of that. Pollo, such a great decision that he did right there.
Oh, you have to be able to utilize Rob's gyro better than him, but the roll-on, we saw that before, that was covered by BigBoss once again. That's a big boy, so you don't really have much room to run from there, but these platforms in the center, this Hollow Bastion pick, is actually going to work pretty good for Bowser in terms of getting some decent strings, but BigBoss is really good at playing passive as time goes on.
Yeah, and pushing him off the stage. That gyro went nowhere, actually. Working again with down tilt, such great frame data right there, and pushing him upwards. Now it's going to be interesting how Pollo tries to mix it up to make it back onto the stage. That platform definitely going to help a little bit, and the gyro no more. Whirling Fortress, right? The bold option right there, because it was very committal. Pollo trying for it all, but BigBoss, of course, he's going to punish him, but that body is heavy, man.
Yeah, you know, but Pollo's getting away with a couple of these early up Bs getting back on, but not that one, though. And you were pretty much done from that point forward, too, because if you land on top of that gyro, you're always getting connected onto that anyways. Look at that shield pressure. We're using the gyro to keep him stuck. And even though we were talking about before how he's kind of not really respecting Whirling Fortress enough, he's been doing it to the point where he doesn't really care much about the follow-up. And I think that's why BigBoss has been okay with it.
Yeah, and talking about that up smash here, taking him up. No, just simple combo. BigBoss got the guaranteed damage. Is he gonna go for it all? And just super high recovery. This could be the final setup. No, instead, settling down for the damage here is BigBoss, but he's trying some very nasty stuff. I don't know if it's gonna work, and I don't know if you can afford to do that versus the heaviest character in this game.
Exactly. Now, what did you do? Oh, yeah, he caught him off the ledge, so as soon as he tried to fade back down, that makes it easier. Once you catch him with that flamethrower and you got to try to re-snap that ledge, that F-tilt's going to find you. He's held on to the jump, though, and gets just underneath that side B to avoid the stock loss.
Whirling Fortress being the MVP right here for Pollo, looking for that last option. Few combos going to be like able to connect because of that platform as well. Let's see if he finds some more damage. Look, that is scaling pretty fast.
Exactly, not really letting him get caught by any reverse edge guard. Oh, you gotta watch out for that drop down there to Bear that will take it out. Right now, getting up on the back air, but he's keeping himself auto cancel safe. Up smash out of shield will probably do it, and that's BigBoss moving up 2 games in the set.
Wow, and that was tense. Those last few seconds, they were just scrapping. My man BigBoss was rolling out of there, not trying to get caught by anything that Pollo had in store, but it's still like, had he just read like one of those rolls, I think we could have seen like at least like BigBoss pushed off stage and then perhaps the edge guard, because you already know how hard that like Bowser just straight up hits like either fair or back air. It doesn't matter. You're gonna die off stage.
Yeah, any straight hits like that is so terribly strong, and especially the way, like, I really like the way that Pollo consistently puts pressure onto BigBoss. He's putting enough to make you respect the idea you might get command grab, but he's also not afraid to approach with some of these early Whirling Fortress. The problem, though, is it is Rob who will make you pay for that over time. And instead now, no more Bowser, not having anything to do with that, decided, I want your gyro away from you, I want these platform chases with this big nair, and I want to be able to just press up B the moment that you touch me on shield with that nair, because you're going to switch it off to Game & Watch.
Yeah, also the tripod gonna enable him a lot of combos here. Oh, judging wrongly right there, Nair versus Nair, and surprisingly enough, Rob ends up winning, but he does have the options of the ledge trap, just pressing B right there. However, BigBoss as well is looking to take advantage of this layout here on Battlefield, and perhaps like also gonna benefit himself from the huge like size that this stage has, but right there, saving Pollo from certain death.
What I'm liking really a lot out of BigBoss so far is that when you switch to a matchup like this, you take him off the top very easy with the early KOs that can happen with the way to Game & Watch, but also you switch to a character who decided to have a reflector, right? So what is BigBoss doing? He keeps baiting out the bucket so he can just wait to throw gyro after, and now he's pretty much invalidating that option from Pollo, because he just thinks, oh, now I can't go for that as much anymore. That's going to let him get that laser and the gyro later for free.
Of course, and here pressuring right there by the ledge, as you said, like once that bucket is an option no more, then he can more freely use his projectile game and try and abuse that for the setups that, well, we've seen time and time again from him, just going aggressive on the vertical, and look at that, the backer again, nice.
That was just like, all of that is because Pollo is constantly recovering above ledge. So just like, not necessarily recklessly, but constantly just barely ever goes to ledge in general, Roy. We saw it from the high Whirling Fortresses. We're seeing these high air dodges. And now we're seeing BigBoss saying, I'm not fearful of this matchup whatsoever. I see what you decided to try to do, and I'm playing around it perfectly. We could be looking at a 3-stock.
Ooh, it was very close, escaping the Realms of Death right there. Oh my god. Yet again, this is the same setup that we've seen from BigBoss constantly. Pollo taking his sweet time off the stage, but he is not going to take his sweet time and respect that shield, because BigBoss is just going to straight up close it out. That was a dominant set, and I was quite surprised actually to see that Game & Watch. I know that he does have a secondary Mr. Game & Watch, however, like, it's not like he was doing terrible with the Bowser, and that is his tried and true. So it maybe rubbed me the wrong way, but he is still pools, and they are gonna make it all out. It's just a matter of where